guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombies. So today is Wednesday, it's hump day, and the markets are acting just so. Obviously, we're seeing some red across the board. Last night, we had our live stream with Mark Moss. Thank you for everyone that came out. It was a lot of fun. And while it was happening, Bitcoin slipped below that $4,000 mark. Currently, we're sitting at a $3,867 Bitcoin. And unfortunately, it seems like today, the altcoins are getting hit a lot harder than Bitcoin. Bitcoin's actually doing quite well. In fact, you could see that it's up to 54% dominance. Yesterday, we were sitting a little bit lower. Market cap is around 124 billion. If we have a look at the biggest gainers of the day, we have Factom yet again making a tear. Binance Coin, a lot of news about Binance today, so stay tuned for that. Bitcoin Private, Loopring, Polymath, Linky, Wax, Walton, and then basically we go into the stable coins and it's all just pretty much red from there on out. So if we have a look at what's going on, it looks like we are starting to form yet another wedge, okay? And we keep kind of testing this line right here. You see we could test it around 3,700, 3,730, 3,770. So that seems to kind of be the line that we're all looking at right now. The question is, what will happen once we get closer to the end of this? Will we break out to the upside or will we go down lower? That is what everyone is asking. We will talk about that in just a bit. But if you guys did have a chance to come out to the live stream last night, it was a really good time. And we also unfortunately missed the Joe Rogan Experience podcast with Dr. Ben Goertzel from over at SungularityNET, ticker AGI. And they basically were just talking about, AGI, AI, blockchain, humanitarianism, a whole bunch of other stuff. But basically what I thought was really interesting was, he had mentioned in passing Ethereum, and Joe Rogan was like, huh? Like, what's that? And it was like, Ethereum? And it was interesting to me that Joe Rogan didn't even know what Ethereum was, okay? So when you think about, mass adoption and getting all these people in, I mean, most people have heard of Bitcoin, but Joe Rogan had never even heard of Ethereum. So think about how many people still do not really know what's happening in this space. And guys, if you don't want to watch that, it's about a 2-hour and 15-minute interview. They do have it kind of recapped right here on the SungularityNET medium. So I'll drop that below in the description. So moving on to why everybody's here, right? We all want to know what's happening. Is it the bottom? Is it going to the moon? What's happening with crypto? So we got somebody new in the space today, and this is billionaire investor and venture capitalist Jim Breyer. So he stated that despite the prolonged crypto nuclear winter, as he's wording it, he still believes that the promise offered by the technology is too great for it to be permanently buried by short-term market movements. Now, interestingly enough, he has made investments into Ethereum, VeChain, and also Circle, USDC, referred to the ongoing market situation as an inevitable part of a market process that takes place roughly once every decade, maybe for crypto, since crypto moves so fast, maybe like once every 4 years or something. So according to him, despite the turmoil associated with crypto assets, blockchain technology has achieved a critical mass of mainstream research and adoption, which makes a future crypto market rebound a near certainty at some point in the future. So he says, amidst the doom and gloom, however, he's not phased at all. Drawing on his experience as a venture capitalist, including famously becoming an early Facebook investor in 2005, he believes that crypto will rebound, driven principally by increasing adoption of blockchain technology. According to him, his many meetings with students, entrepreneurs, and technologists all over the world is what convinces him that the downturn is just temporary. And finally, in conclusion, he says, so many of the very best computer scientists and deep learning PhD students and postdocs are working on blockchain because they have so much fundamental interest in what blockchain can mean. You don't want to bet against the best and the brightest in the world. Also, guys, I know, okay? It feels different. 2017 and 2018 are like two completely different animals here, as you can see. It was like, crypto trading in 2017 and crypto trading in 2018. So it's not all rainbows and sunshine, okay? We've seen a lot of stuff happen recently. I mean, look at all the guys getting laid off. Look at what happened with, ETC Dev. They basically said, we can't do this anymore. Steemit laid off 70% of their employees, right? And now you have Joseph Lubin from ConsenSYS, he co-founder of Ethereum, basically Yeah, so long story short, they went on to say that their ConsenSYS is reorganizing and entering a phase that they're referring to as ConsenSYS 2.0, focusing on efficiency, accountability, and attention to revenue. So according to a letter from Lubin to ConsenSYS employees seen by Breaker magazine, he said underperforming ConsenSYS projects will be axed, and the arm of ConsenSYS that oversees venture investment will be more like a traditional startup accelerator. So obviously you're seeing a lot of guys get hit like this. It's not just us. It's not just the investors. I mean, it's everybody. It's all of the spaces in the startup, right? But the one thing that I wanted to point out real quick before we move on is this whole doom and gloom thing about the Bitcoin spiral. What happens, the death spiral? What happens if the miners turn off their, if they stop mining and then it stops processing and then fees go through the roof? Well, I just want to let you know that Bitcoin has started its 275th mining period with its difficulty decreasing by 15.3%, following a 7.3% drop in November. So yes, the difficulty is adjusting. You don't have to freak out. We're not going to have a Bitcoin death spiral. However, interestingly enough, this is the second largest in Bitcoin's history after an 18% drop registered in November of 2011 and the first back-to-back decrease since October of 2017. But speaking of Bitcoin death spirals, okay, that probably wasn't one of the best segues. But anyway, Roger Ver is remaining positive on his cryptocurrency outlook. In fact, when they asked him what he thinks about where crypto's going, he actually said that he thinks it's the uncertainty of it that makes it so fun and entertaining. He says nobody knows, and I think that the interesting thing about cryptocurrency is that no one knows if it's going up, down, or sideways. He also touched on the recent increase in crypto-related fraudulent activities and scam reports that have undermined the security and reliability of cryptocurrencies in general, stating that if anything, these negative reports all point to the fact that cryptocurrencies are getting more valuable and more mainstream adoption. He noted that the market continues to welcome big players despite the bad news coming out from the industry. He also speaks on hackers, saying if hackers are trying to hack it, that must mean that there's something valuable in crypto, and if this sends bullish signs that crypto is here to stay, then I don't know what isn't. Also, I wanted to talk about Anderson Tenodo, director of manufacturing giant Royal Golden Eagle. He says there are two heads of people in blockchain currently right now, okay? He says those who want to get rich off of crypto and those who want to change the world with blockchain, okay? So interest in blockchain remains high despite the crypto bear market. And if that doesn't make you feel any better, we still have Tom Lee apparently saying we're going to 15,000 by the end of the year. I don't know how the hell that's happening considering we only have 3 weeks left, but, way to stay positive, buddy. But then again, we do have this guy, good old buddy Trayvon James, saying if Bitcoin isn't $10 by January 1st, 2020, I will eat my dog's poop live on YouTube. So I have a feeling that it's not going to $10, but I'm also concerned about it going to $1 million. So we're going to have a lot of things getting eaten on that day between McAfee and him. Obviously, he's just kidding or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, the important thing to talk about is the fact that, guys, OTC trades are happening. These guys are accumulating. In fact, just to prove it to you, it's not even like a conspiracy, okay? Grayscale, which is a digital currency asset manager, has been accumulating all the way down, and they continue to accumulate. So it says Grayscale's Bitcoin investment trust now holds over 203,000 Bitcoin, which is an estimated value of $826 million today. So this makes Grayscale the largest institutional investor of Bitcoin, holding about 1% of Bitcoin's total supply. According to Grayscale, Bitcoin investment trust shares are the first publicly quoted security solely investing and deriving value from the price of Bitcoin. Grayscale has continued to add to their Bitcoin position each month in 2018, despite the downtrend in Bitcoin prices. Grayscale's Bitcoin investment trust currently trades at a 22% premium over current Bitcoin prices, showing the appeal of a Bitcoin trust for accredited investors. So I really don't know how much more evidence we need to see that the freaking price does not reflect the tech or what's going on the outside. We are just at the bottom of a very, very exuberant market that just simply ran out of buyers. That's it. We ran out of buyers, guys. No one was buying anymore. So what happens next? We started selling. But guess what? Eventually, we're going to run out of sellers. We're going to hit a point where people just are going to be like, I'm not selling anymore. Well, then we have no choice but to start buying back in again, correct? Now, talking about this before we move on, because I just thought this was like a little funny story, and then we'll get into the actual coin news. So as you guys know, or if you don't know, John McAfee pretty much seems like he's going to try to run for president in 2020. Now, what's interesting is that he does want to include Skycoin in his campaign. Now, if you guys don't know, the other day, he got like a tattoo of Skycoin on his back. So, according to Drew McGibbon, Skycoin's Asian events lead, McAfee is planning to use the Skycoin BBS, a social media app. Some people say it's sort of similar to like a decentralized Twitter, for his 2020 election campaign. So, we'll have to see how that goes, guys. We'll have to see. So, moving on to some coin news. Now, this is the massive news that we have from Binance. This is all the stuff that's been going on. So, Binance is pushing for blockchain adoption and doing many things to help advancement of the industry. Example, we have the Binance Chain ready in the upcoming months, of which millions of projects can easily issue their tokens. And on top of that, they also had a preview of the Binance DEX as well, showing what they have over there, which a lot of people got excited for. Not to mention, all in the same vein, you had breaking news coming out of Tripio saying that we're pleased to announce a strategic partnership with Binance. From now on, more than 10 million users of Binance can make reservations for 450,000 plus hotels worldwide using BNB on Tripio. And if that wasn't enough Binance news for the day, we also had Decentraland partnering with Binance, making BNB one of the few additional tokens accepted in the upcoming land auction. So to help make this even easier, you'll be able to participate in the auction directly through Binance's Trust Wallet dApp browser. So that has a lot to do with why we saw that 20% pump overnight. It's pulled back a little bit. I think it's around 15% or 12%, depending on the time that you watch this video. But that's basically where all of that excitement came from. Now, on the same topic of Decentraland, I also wanted to note that they said that they're also happy to introduce Maker and DAI from MakerDAO as the latest additions to the third-party tokens that you can use to also buy land. Also, 5% of all DAI spent in the auction will be donated to the needs list for good humanitarian marketplace. So that's a really cool thing that they're doing, guys. Also wanted to just say that as of November 30th, you have TV boxes with Elastos carriers have reached over 680,000 units. So this is quite a milestone for the Elastos camp. Also coming out of PIVX, they've announced the release of a new light node zero coin protocol. The protocol has been in the pipeline for a while, and it's the first ever implementation of zero coin that confers full functionality to low resource machines. The light node zero coin protocol allows light nodes to have access to ZPIV minting and spending functionalities that are available to full nodes. Before this, only full nodes were able to create new ZPIV coins. Also, moving on, we have a partnership between Hydrogen and Google Cloud. Now, technically, I think it's just a preferred referral partner, but nevertheless, this partnership allows all startup clients leveraging Hydrogen solutions to access Google Cloud's startup program. Their credits, training, and community help further their goal of making life easier for early stage teams as they build and scale their products. So, as a preferred referral partner, startups applying with Hydrogen will be eligible to receive the Spark package, including Google Cloud credits, G Suite credits, and access to Hire by Google, among other benefits as well. And I also just wanted to give a shout out to Jibrel Network because Al Hilal Bank executed the world's first blockchain Sukuk transaction. So there you go. That's more good news as well. And guys, I wanted to talk about Ripple, Nem, Fetch.ai, and Emergo have founded an association called Blockchain for Europe in Brussels. Their goal is to foster understanding of blockchain technology and its potential within the EU. So the association hosted a Blockchain for Europe summit November 27th, along with 4 of the largest European Parliament groups. It brought together global stakeholders who discussed transport, healthcare, governance, and other issues. The debates during the event focused on highlighting the benefits of blockchain for both companies, as well as policymakers when they transparently engage with each other. But this whole space is going to zero, right? Nobody cares. There's absolutely no interest in what's going on. So anyway, just being sarcastic there. NEM Foundation co-founder Christoph van der Recht expressed his delight of founding the association and suggested that there's not enough unbiased information about the open and decentralized application of blockchain technology. He noted that by working together with other businesses and stakeholders, they could ensure that insights are not tailored to the agenda of specific organizations or shareholders. Now, let's talk about Switzerland, guys. Switzerland has just been basically leading the way. We need to take some notes from these guys. I mean, they already had their ETP. It's out. It's going, right? They're down with it. So now you have Switzerland's Financial Supervisory Authority, or FINMA, has new planning in place which would allow cryptocurrency exchanges to behave like the country's banks in that they will be able to hold public deposits of up to $100 million under a new license available from next year. And you guys can go in and read the rest about that if you want. I also wanted to talk about Medici Ventures, the blockchain venture arm of Overstock Incorporated, has purchased $2.5 million in equity in agricultural blockchain project GrainChain. Now, we did see that Overstock was looking to let go of their retail arm, and these guys want to really just focus on blockchain, basically. So, founded in 2013, GrainChain has developed a blockchain-powered system that enables supply chain parties to track the distribution process of harvest. So, basically, it's supply chain logistics, which is a great use for blockchain moving forward. And if that doesn't make you happy, guys, I want to read you this little story that I found on Reddit this morning when I was looking through the news. So it says, my son asked me about Bitcoin. He said, I don't understand how you can lose money. I said, it's simple. If you bought at 9,000 and it's now 4,000, you lost 5,000 if you sold. It's simple math. He said then, don't sell, wait for the price to go back up. I had to stop and think for a second. All my friends who were selling, maybe my 11-year-old was smarter than they were. Even he gets it. So there you go, guys. Not financial advice. You should never sell for a loss, but, if you're in a coin that's doomed or just, I'm not, you know what? Now's not the time for financial advice. I thought it was a good story. We'll leave it at that. That being said, guys, I did not forget the t-shirt giveaway. So let me just make sure that the volume is down on... Oh, I turned my screen too dark. Hold on. Let me make sure that the volume is off, and we will pick a winner. So this is yesterday's crypto video right here. I'm just going to get the address. This is for the t-shirt, which I don't have the t-shirt on me right now, but if you guys, it's the Crypto Zombie logo. You guys know what it looks like. So anyway, we're going to put this in here, and we are going to pick a winner for the t-shirt. So let's see. 263 unique comments. All right, drum roll, please. Sean Johnson, just hodl Elastos. You'll be fine. Sounds great, Sean. Absolutely. I like Elastos. They're a good project, but unfortunately we have to pick another winner. Actually, while this is going, I'll see if I can find the shirt. I'd make a great billboard for the shirt. Great. So, Andy, you are the winner. So, Andy, you are getting the shirt right here. I just ran over and grabbed it. So, this is the Unibright Crypto Zombie shirt. So, thank you so much. Definitely just hit me up in the About Me section. It says About on my main YouTube page. And yeah, that's about it. So, oh, and just so you know, it's right here because some people couldn't find it the other day. That being said, guys, if you didn't win the shirt, it's fine. I literally get sent free stuff all the time from all these different companies, and I'm not going to use it all, so I'll just give it to you guys. So thank you so much for stopping by the channel. Everyone that's been liking, subscribing, commenting, you guys freaking rule. You're awesome. You rock. You're the reason that I do this every single day. It is the middle of the week. We're almost there, halfway. That being said, guys, really appreciate it. Yeah, everyone that's been liking, subscribing, commenting, joining the Telegram, joining the Blockchain Brief newsletter, stopping by to say hello. Thank you so much. My name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.